Yeah, Joe, how disappointing is it to see what happened with Grant yesterday and the Achilles injury, knowing you're not going to have him this year?
Yeah, it was very disappointing. It was just kind of a freak deal, just going through, just catching the football. Um, he was doing good. He was coming on, but the one thing is he'll be able to rehab and come back and help us next year.
Tom Withers, your line is open.
Hey, Coach, thanks. I know you have to adopt that next man up mentality. When guys start dropping like this one after another, though, how do you stop that from becoming demoralizing to your guys? Like, how do you keep their confidence up and keep them grinding, even though, these injuries are starting to stack up a little bit?
Yeah, it really is a next man up kind of a situation we're in right now. And for all the guys, it's really an opportunity for them. So I don't think the guys daubers down or, they're disappointed. Obviously, they want everybody to be healthy, but you have to move on. I mean, the next guy has to step in and we have to evaluate them and see what we have. So far, the guys have adjusted and taken it really well.
Thank you, Joe.
Nate Ulrich, you're up.
Hey, Coach. I was wondering with Myles Garrett back, we've seen him at left end consistently, and Olivier Vernon at right end. Philosophically, do you like to keep guys like your defensive ends, those two guys? Do you like to keep them on the same side, or do you like to let them move around and flip flop, or how are you gonna kind of handle that with those two guys? Because we've seen Myles at different positions throughout his career, and it seems like this might be a little bit of a change.
It's something I experienced before just because, example in Denver, this with, Von Miller, DeMarcus Ware, Bradley Chubb, Shaq Barrett, all those guys. We want to have the ability to line guys up where we want them. Right now, Myles is at the left side, Olivier is at the right side. But based on some of our calls, we will move them, whether it's something we're doing schematically or it's to taking advantage of a matchup. So we like that flexibility, and we feel like we have it here.
Marla Ridnour.
Yeah, Coach, I was just wondering if you could maybe talk about Sheldrick Redwine and some of the other candidates maybe to, take over Delpit's, get more playing time now.
Yeah, we're really evaluating all those guys. Without the offseason, you're coming in, we're really in the evaluation mode and have been that way. So all the guys we've been looking at, from Zendeo to Carl Joseph to Redwine, Elijah Bennett's come in and Benton's done a great job, Javante Moffitt, all those guys. So we're looking at the whole secondary group, really trying to move them around to see where guys play best.
Was it encouraging that you guys had a pretty good day today, considering you had so many, especially cornerbacks and Delpit out?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's a testament to the guys just coming out and just playing hard because they took a lot of reps today. And it's an opportunity for those guys, and they see it. So we knew going into it what we were dealing with. We had 2 minutes today, and 2 minutes can be long because you keep the plays going. But it's good to see those guys out there make football plays so we see what we have.
Scott Petrick, your line's open.
Hey, Joe, how do you replace a guy like Mac, who seemed like he was going to be on the field for you pretty much every down?
It's tough to do. I feel like Mac was coming on. He got the experience last year as a young player, so you felt like he was coming into his own a little bit. He really felt more like a veteran on the field, to be honest with you. But, with Tay Davis, he's doing some good things. I wasn't familiar with him, but he's playing well. Jacob Phillips, he's playing well. Solomon's playing well. All those guys are stepping up. So I feel like we have some depth, and we'll be able to put a good group out there. But it was a little disappointing when he got injured. But hopefully we get him back soon.
And I know BJ hasn't played a whole lot against the pass. In the past, he's been kind of a run guy. Do you think he's got the skill set to be on the field for you every snap?
Yeah, when they first came in after the first couple of practices, just looking at all our linebackers, Sione, BJ, those guys move really well, natural knee benders. There's some things within our scheme that we ask them to do, and they've all handled it very well. And BJ's become like a natural leader for us. I mean, he's taking control of the huddle. He's getting guys lined up, and he's really doing it the right way. So I think that was really a great addition to our team.
Thanks.
Jake Trotter, you're up.
Yeah, Joe, last year you were on the other side of it when it comes to this Browns offense.
Mhm.
I know it's a little bit of a rough day for the offense today, but what do you see that might be different watching Baker than maybe what you saw preparing for him going into your game last year?
Yeah, last year in San Fran, we got on the roll. And I remember last year when we played this game against Cleveland, it was like a big measuring stick for us to see where we were at. And we just happened to be on that night and play really well. But to be honest with you, sometimes I don't know who's playing quarterback because I'm so concerned about what the guys are doing on defense. But I know Baker will fit well in Coach Stefanski's system. He definitely has the arm talent to make all the throws. So all the stuff you guys see is what I see at times.
Go back to Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Coach, I asked Alex Van Pelt this yesterday, but obviously I want to ask you on the other side of the ball. How would you characterize where you are on your schedule to be ready for the Ravens in this, crazy condensed offseason and training camp, given everything that's gone on and the challenges you guys face? Where are you at in terms of being ready for Lamar Jackson and everybody?
Yeah, to be honest with you, we're really worried about the Browns right now in terms of getting our defense called, getting our defense executed. We're towards the end of our installation, and we're really putting a heavy mix on the guys this week. So it's more game-like in terms of what we're doing and what we're calling in practice. But the main focus right now is on us, really, and then we'll have to deal with Baltimore, coming up here in the next week or two.
Tony Grossi will have our next question.
Hey, Joe, hope you can hear me. I'm out on the field, so I apologize. Does the loss of Delpit affect any plans you might have had of using 3 safeties a lot? And do you lean more now to 3 linebackers, or can you replace Delpit in that role?
You know what? Grant was ideal in this terms of his versatility playing. He could play strong, free. He could play the dime. That's kind of what I ran when I was in Denver. We were based out of dime. I still want to be able to run that package, but we're really going to have to evaluate where we're at with our linebackers and with our secondary in terms of what we can do. But I believe I'm going to try to do both.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Tony. Scott Petrick.
I think everybody likes that.
Joe, Kevin said you were the guy that ran the show Sunday when there was all that chaos going on.
Yeah.
What was that like for you personally, and then just in general, missing a bunch of guys, coach not being there?
It was a good experience for me just to be in front of the team, but all I did was just try to echo the message that Kevin always gives to the team, and that's just to work and really take advantage of the opportunity, because things like this are going to happen. That's the new norm right now with everything going on. So I don't know what his succession plan was. I don't know where I was on the list because Callahan was out, Prefer was out, so I was probably the backup, coming off the bench.
All right, thanks.
Thanks, Scott. Nate Ulrich.
Hey, Coach, I know you talked about safeties a little bit earlier,
Mhm.
but Carl Joseph had the 2 picks today. I know he's been in and out on that scheduled, as he comes back from the foot surgery. But what has he given you guys in terms of on the field, off the field, things that we don't see?
Carl was a high draft pick, and I think the thing for him right now, he has a chip on his shoulder. When you're a first-round draft pick, you expect to be on that team, probably 2 contracts. So him is really kind of the work ethic, the veteran leadership, because he's seen a lot in terms of football. So the relationship he has with the other guys has been really good, and he is a very determined young man, and he's going to give us everything he has. So that's what I really feel like he's bringing to the table right now.
Tony Grossi, back to you.
Hey, Joe, seeing Kevin Johnson out there, that was a good sign, wasn't it? What's your take on how he's doing?
He's doing well. We just have to, he has to go through with his rehab. I know there's going to be a series of things that he's going to have to do. So the most important thing is just getting him healthy. But it was good to see him out there. He's another guy that's former first-round pick, chip on his shoulder, and he is a competitor just like Carl. Those guys compete their butt off in practice. it's like a game to him. So sometimes you got to tell those guys to kind of slow down. But we definitely look forward to getting him back soon.